Why do I have to hear about how many times you've got to see your daughter and how much time you get to spend together? And my son will never spend a moment with his father. He doesn't even know his dad. Like, where's the equality and equity and fairness in any of the system?
That was the widow of Sergeant Ryan Russell, a Toronto police officer mowed down 7 years ago by a man driving a stolen snowplow. Richard Kashkar was found not criminally responsible, and today a review panel heard why he should be conditionally discharged. The recommendation leaving the victim's family frustrated.
It just confirms what I thought from the verdict. You know, I thought 5 years and this guy will be free, and sure enough, this is how the system works.
A disappointed Christine Russell walking out of Ontario Shore's mental health facility with words left unsaid. The widow of Sergeant Ryan Russell had written a 2-page victim impact statement for the annual review hearing of Richard Kashkar, but was told much of it would have to be redacted.
They basically said I can't say pretty much anything in my statement because the law says I'm not allowed to say these things, and it, you know, protect him from hearing my true feelings. And it's really offensive because I'm not allowed to say what I really feel.
Richard Kashkar was found not criminally responsible in 2013 in the death of Toronto Police Sergeant Ryan Russell after crushing him with a stolen snowplow back in 2011. Psychiatrists diagnosed him with a mental illness akin to schizophrenia, with his symptoms more episodic than chronic. Now on steady medication and having been granted the ability to live in a nearby apartment last year, his doctors and the Crown are jointly recommending a conditional discharge.
NCR may mean not criminally responsible by law, but you still remain a thief, a dangerous driver, and a murderer in my eyes.
That is part of what Russell didn't get to tell the 5-person panel deciding on Kashkar's fate today.
This process is unfair in so many ways. It has all but forgotten that Ryan was murdered by this man. It's all about how fast he can be pushed through the system and given the all clear. Where is his accountability in all of this? Why are so many people working for him and speaking up for him while the victims and their family have zero advocates?
Kashkar did not speak during the hearing, sitting next to his lawyer, staring at the table for nearly an hour, his doctors answering most of the questions. The panel heard how Kashkar has taken a positive approach to his treatment, is aware of what stressors to avoid, and has had no psychotic episodes in the last year. Now divorced, he visits his daughter often and continues to be remorseful over what happened in 2011.
The hospital only puts forward recommendations that we feel are appropriate.
A psychiatrist for the facility says a conditional discharge after 5 years is not uncommon, pointing out that not much will change for Kashkar.
The person is still subject to a range of conditions that are put in place by the review board. These may include weapons prohibitions, taking treatment as prescribed, not taking drugs or alcohol and submitting to testing for same, as well as the frequency with which they report to their outpatient clinical team.
As for Russell, she says the only thing that would bring her some peace would be to see Kashkar behind bars.
You may be getting your freedom, but you will always be a monster hiding amongst us.
A decision is expected within the next 2 weeks. Regardless of that decision, Kashkar will continue to have a hearing with the review board once a year.